when did you officially start working on Sex, Drugs, and Avocado? And how different is the final product from what you originally imagined?
First off, thank you for sitting down with me and conducting this interview. Second off, great question. I started the Sex, Drugs, and Avocado project about 10 years ago. I did not know that it would be called Sex, Drugs, and Avocado then, but that is when I started writing some comedy songs. The first comedy song I ever wrote was a song called Netflix and Chill. It didn't make it onto the album because I feel like with all the years that have passed, the term is now outdated. But shortly after that, I believe it was Christmas Day 2015, I wrote this song, Jesus Get Me Through the Day, which did make the album.
2. I Need a Homie and Drunk Asshole feel like they come from two very different places emotionally. Was it intentional to mix humor with vulnerability across the album?
I don't feel like I'm an overly vulnerable person. The way I pick my songs, it's based on life experiences. I'm a man that grew up in a world full of women, so I wanted to encapsulate that in a song, which I feel like I did. But however, I am very vulnerable every October 31st because after a couple Bud Lights, I do like to sneak in to my daughter's Halloween basket and grab out some chocolates, hence Drunk Asshole.
You've got a song called Guy Fieri, sandwiched between Broke the Seal, Unzipped, and Cats. Do you build your track list with a logic in mind, or is it more of a chaos-based system?
The way I put together the track listing for this album, it's very similar to the way a manager will put together a starting lineup for a baseball team. However, me being a Mets fan for the last 35 years, I've probably failed at putting together the track listing, but you guys can decide. One thing I did want to do in this album, I wanted to lump all the holiday songs together at the end. So Drunk Asshole is about Halloween. Post-Thanksgiving Blues, obviously it's about after Thanksgiving and leading into Christmas. And then Jesus Get Me Through the Day is all about Christmas.
On the Day That I Became Your Dad sounds like a standout in tone. How did that song come about? And were you nervous putting something more sentimental on a comedy album?
On the Day That I Became Your Dad came about very simply. I became a father about 5 years ago, and I felt like it would be something nice to put out into the world, and maybe when I turn older, my daughter will listen to the song and decide, you know what, maybe I don't have to put Dad into a nursing home.
Looking back on all 13 tracks, is there one that feels like the heart of the project? Something that really captures the spirit of what you were trying to say, jokes aside?
I don't think that there's one song that totally encapsulates the album. I think if you listen to the album start to finish, there's a lot of good songs in there, from Guy Fieri to Broke the Seal to I Need a Homie. Every song that I have written about, I have an interest in, and a lot of them are from personal experiences, except for I Bet You Get All the Ladies. So, yeah, there's not one that I would pick all above the other. I think all combined, those 13 songs are one comedic package, and I hope you guys listen to the album and you enjoy it.